place. Ooh, I am cold, y'all. I just want to redo this video because the one I did last week, the audio was not strong. And so I want to remind us, you know, to know our limits. Because the thing is, when we understand our limits, we are able to take on tasks and not feel so stressed out and overwhelmed. Let me use an analogy for you. A water bottle. You have water bottles in different sizes, different shapes, you know? And the thing that I notice about each water bottle is that when it reaches the top, no more water can go in. And the thing is, if you try to put more water into that bottle, it's gonna spill over. And apply that analogy to us. Because you see, when we take on too much task and we don't put a cap to it, we spill over. And what does that spilling over look like? We spill over and start bleeding on people. We started cussing on people. We started malicing people. We started turning our back on people. We started complaining and saying, boy, him don't know some tired, him don't know some this. But did we point that out to them? Did we let them know that we're tired and we can't take on too much? When we know our limits, it helps us to create that boundary. You understand what I'm saying? It helps us create that boundary so that we are now able to take on tasks that is within our scope. Take on tasks that will help us to do them one step at a time. Take on tasks that we can manage. Not just take it on because, hey, he's my brother, he's my sister, or he's my best friend, or my husband, for example, or my wife, and I love them and I want the best for them and I want them to know that I'm here and I can support them. But the thing is, yes, those are good things. But what about yourself? What about that water bottle that when you try to put more water in it, it spills over? What about yourself? When you start to put more things into your life that you cannot manage, you will start to spill over and then you will start to bleed on people. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people right now are faced with so much stress, so many things packed up in their mindset, and it's simply because they take on too much. It's simply because they run themselves red. Do you ever approach a red light yet? And when it reaches the amber light, and you're trying to just run through that because you don't want the red light to catch you. Because the thing is, you're trying to run, you're trying to speed up to go through that light. Use that analogy right now. You're approaching the red light. Slow down. Be patient. You don't have to go through that amber light to try to beat it because you don't want to stop or because you're in a rush to get to somewhere. You're in a rush. And let's face it, what if you speed through that amber light and 5 seconds down the road you hear boom? And then you're gonna use this phrase, if me did know, if I had known. You know, my dad always told me that phrase is always the last phrase that should come out of my mouth. Because the thing is, if you had known prior to the incident, you would not do it. So you ought to be careful and you ought to pay attention to all of that so that you don't make the mistake and use the phrase. So let's go back to our point. Know your limits. Because when you know your limits, you will be safe, your mental health will be well, and you will be able to tackle the tasks that you ought to do one step at a time. God bless you.